Out front now, Democratic Congressman from California, Ted Lieu, who is on that committee. Congress Attorney General says, forget about it. He'll take questions from you, your colleagues, but he will not take them from your staff, from lawyers, and that if you insist on this, he will not show up. Chairman Nadler says there is no middle ground. So what are you going to do? Are you willing to risk Barr not showing up?
Thank you, Erin, for your question. If Attorney General Barr doesn't show up this Thursday to Congress, then American people should ask two questions. What is he afraid of, and what is he trying to hide? Last term, when Republicans controlled the committee, we had numerous members of the Department of Justice come in and get interviewed by staff counsel. If it was good enough for Republicans last term, then it's good enough for Democrats this term. And if he doesn't show up, then we're going to enforce a subpoena, and we're going to hold him in contempt.
Okay, so what does that mean? You're saying you're going to enforce the subpoena and hold him in contempt. What exactly does that mean? And obviously, Nadler's saying, quote, we'll take whatever action we will have to take.
Sure, happy to go through the process. So look, Bill Barr can be a partisan hack and a Trump stooge if he wants to, but he can't disregard the law. No one's above the law. And under the way the law is written, if he fails to comply with the congressional subpoena, then the House Judiciary Committee will take a vote. We're going to hold him in contempt when it's sent to the House floor. If the House floor votes him in contempt, then we can litigate this. We can also, without going to the court, start imposing fines on Bill Barr. We have an inherent power to enforce our own subpoenas. We will do so.
So what do you think the issue is here, right? He says, I'm willing to come in and talk to you guys. I'm willing to take questions from you, Congress, but not from lawyers. Why do you think that is? Why is he drawing that line there?
I have no idea, because our request is not unreasonable. It's what the Judiciary Committee has done on a bipartisan basis in different administrations, including last year when numerous members of the Justice Department were interviewed by staff lawyers. There's nothing strange about this request, and for Bill Barr to draw this line is really odd to me, and it seems like he really has some information he wants to hide.
So today, the Deputy Attorney General, Rod Rosenstein, submitted his resignation letter, finally, at long last, right? They've been expecting this to happen for quite some time, but now Mueller report's done, so he's leaving. May 11th is the effective date. Congressman, back in January, you tweeted, and I quote you, "Thank you, Rod Rosenstein, for appointing Special Counsel Mueller, for protecting his independence, and for holding onto your job until those who are not in the president's party gained control of congressional subpoena power. History will remember you well." Now, on Friday, the Washington Post reported that in a bid to save his job, Rosenstein tried to assure Trump he was on his team, saying of the Mueller probe, quote, "I can land the plane." Do you still believe what you said?
I do. I stand by my statement. I believe Rod Rosenstein is a complicated man. I believe he did absolutely the right thing in appointing Special Counsel Mueller and making sure that Special Counsel Mueller's investigation was as protected as much as it could by a president who is trying to disrupt it. At the same time, Rod Rosenstein is in an administration that is suing to rip health care away from millions of Americans, that has ripped children away from their parents, and he was part of the same effort with Bill Barr to mislead us on the Mueller report before any of us could even read it.
And, Congressman, a final question. We understand that Chairman Nadler is saying that the unredacted Mueller report is going to be made available to Congress. Does that include grand jury testimony?
It absolutely needs to, and there is precedent for this in Watergate. Leon Jaworski did a report that had grand jury information in it. The White House tried to suppress it the same way Bill Barr is trying to suppress it. It went up to the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals, and they held squarely for Congress that the members of the House Judiciary Committee can get the grand jury information.
Obviously, there were preliminary impeachment proceedings as part of that. Would you be willing to go that far to formally start preliminary impeachment proceedings for the sole purpose of getting the full unredacted report?
If that's the only way we can get it, then absolutely. And if Donald Trump wants to push us into impeachment proceedings, he's doing a good job of trying to push us to go there.
All right. Thank you very much, Congressman Lieu. I appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.